ecosystem that can be identified during the field trip survey at Wine Cave Nature Reserve is a natural ecosystem, since it occurs naturally and can survive without human interference. Natural ecosystems seen in nature, where organisms freely interact with one another and their surrounding. One of the key characteristics of this ecosystem is that it is self-sufficient. Natural ecosystems can be divided into two categories, aquatic and terrestrial. In these situations, the wine cave is a terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial ecosystems are defined as those ecosystems that are land-based. Next, ecosystems that can be identified in Tasik Biru is an artificial ecosystem. Although they are developed and maintained by humans, artificial ecosystems share some trait with natural ecosystems. Artificial ecosystems are significantly simpler than natural ecosystems and are by far the most common environments in human experience.
Wind Cave Nature Reserve and Tasik Biru in Biru, Sarawak are two distinct ecosystems with unique abiotic and biotic factors contributing to their ecological diversity. In Wind Cave Nature Reserve, abiotic factors include the limestone formations, which influence the cave's temperature, humidity, and air circulation. The cave's underground water sources play a crucial role in shaping the environment, creating suitable habitats for various organisms, such as bats. The biotic factors within Wind Cave involve a diverse array of species adapted to the cave environment. The interactions between bats and insects create a symbiotic relationship where bats feed on insects, regulate their population, and, in turn, contribute to the nutrient cycling through guano deposition. As a prominent biotic component, the dusky fruit bats utilize the cave as a roosting site, and the guano, which means a large accumulation of excrement from the bats, serve as a nutrient source for microorganisms. Insects such as beetles and spiders thrive in the dark environment, forming a vital part of the cave's food web. In terms of interactions, there are commensalism and predation exist in this cave. For commensalism, bird nest fern thrives on trees for support for it to get maximum sunlight without affecting the tree. While predation, insect bats capture and eat insects, which makes them a predator, while the insects are the prey. The biotic factors in Tasik Biru include sunlight, water chemistry, soil composition, and the physical structure of the lake. Sunlight availability influences the growth of aquatic plants and affects the water temperature, while water chemistry, such as pH and nutrient levels, influences the overall health of the lake ecosystem. The lake's soil composition and topography play a role in shaping the habitats around its shores. Biotic factors in Tasik Biru encompass a variety of species adapted to the artificial lake environment. Fish, in particularly tilapia, aquatic plants such as water lilies, and submerged vegetation, bird life including species like kingfishers and herons are a key biotic component influencing the lake's food web dynamics, provide habitats for fish and contribute to the oxygen production. Depends on the lake for feeding and nesting opportunities.
Limiting factors of each ecosystems. The limiting factor for terrestrial ecosystem in the wind cave is nutrient availability. Adequate amount of nutrients in the soil are crucial for plant growth. Limited availability of essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium can constrain the development of vegetation and impact the entire food web. The limiting factor for aquatic ecosystem at Tasik Biru is water quality. Parameters such as pH and dissolved oxygen are crucial for the well-being of aquatic organisms. Pollution or changes in water quality can be a limiting factor affecting the diversity and abundance of aquatic life.
As a citizen, I'm responsible to follow the guidelines that is set up by the authorities. This is because the guideline that was set up is to keep the environmental condition at its optimal level. And the last one is we should participate in any conservation event. This is because when we participate in any conservation events, we are keeping the ecosystem balanced and clean as it is, and not disturbed by any human being or any invasive being.
Experience. Okay, from our field trip to the wind cave and Tasik Biru, I know that we gained observation skills because all of us are required to keep our eye open on the cave formation, the lake ecosystem, and the interaction between organism and the organism itself. Because we are required to take the photos of everything so that we can include it in our video. Next, I think from this field trip, I also gain more knowledge about the abiotic and biotic factors of both ecosystems, and then the limiting factors, and then like what kind of organism that lives there. And then last but not least, we gain problem-solving skills because there are like challenges we need to face in unpredictable environments. For example, navigation, safety, and then time. Because the time was the time went by so fast. Then at the new lake, Tasik Biru, we need to do things much faster than at the wind cave. So I think by going to this field trip, we gain lots of skills and knowledges for our subject. I think that's all for us. I think that's all from me. Thank you. This trip has helped me a lot in understanding the subject in a few aspects like ecological knowledge. I was able to learn interconnected relationships among the species and organisms in the cave and lake ecosystem. Next, I have also learned about biodiversity awareness. I get insights on how to more appreciate the diversity of life and get to know the various species adapted to the cave and lake environment. Also, environmental issues. I discover a lot about threats and challenges faced by both terrestrial and marine ecosystems such as pollution, habitat destruction, and climate change. And I think that's it. Thank you.